Hi everyone, and welcome to today's More Report on Wednesday, the 23rd of December, with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Handset Markets. European trading's got off to a positive start actually, and that's come off that rebound that we saw in oil, and also there's further upside or further recovery, I should say, in the copper price as well. So that's helping to drive these commodity prices higher. And the market sentiment generally has picked up off the back of that. Now, just to show you the VIX, which in the US is well back down from where it has been few days ago. On Monday, it actually spiked to 23.3. It's actually down at 16.6 now into the close yesterday towards the bottom of the day. So certainly the improvement in risk sentiment is showing through, and these equity markets are sort of benefiting off the back of that. This rebound in oil that we've seen in the last few days has helped that mood. As to exactly how far this rebound can go, well, 37.75 is the old key low from August, and that's coming in, and that also coincides with the downtrend channel as well. So exactly how much further this move can go remains to be seen. But for now, markets are positive, and it's all to the upside, which is a good thing as we come towards Christmas. Is this belated Christmas Santa Claus rally? In forex markets, we're seeing a bit more of a consolidation, really. Bit of a correction in the euro has certainly helped to pull the dollar trade weighted dollar higher, but pretty much across the board, dollar's pretty mixed actually, not showing too much direction. Only really the euro is the real mover today. And that sort of is the key factor. Actually, euro and sterling are both actually unwinding moves in the last few days. Euro has been up 3 days in a row. That's back down again today. Sterling's been down for quite a while actually. Seven sessions in a row. It's actually rebounded a little bit today, but whether these moves can last remains to be seen. Lots going on data-wise today. Last real sort of economic data day today, and we start off with the UK final GDP at 9:30. That's expected to come in at 0.5% quarter on quarter. That was the second reading, and that's in line with expectations if it comes in there. We've also got the current account deficit at 9:30 as well for the UK. That's expected to, well, I'd say balloon, but certainly last month was possibly even a bit of a miss, bit of a month that was against the trend anyway, but it's expected to come back down at 21.5, so that could have an impact on sterling if that is the case. Then into the US data, lots this afternoon. Core PCE expected to stay at 1.3%. You've got the durable goods orders, which are expected to come down at flat, down from month on month 0.5% on the adjusted basis. Then at 3 o'clock, we've got the new home sales expected to improve slightly to 507. Bear in mind, obviously, we had the existing home sales very disappointing yesterday. Will new home sales pick up the slack of that? And oil stocks as well. Sorry. Michigan sentiment, first of all, 92 is the expectation there. And finally, at 3:30, we've got the US oil inventories. Could be a big driver of the oil price again today. Those oil inventories are expected to come in at again plus 1.25. So lots actually going on today, which could move these markets. So could expect a fair bit of volatility actually, with in light of the thin market trading. But my chart of the day is the silver price, and we've had this recovery in gold, and you're actually seeing the move in silver. And I've spoken recently about the big resistance band that comes in 14 to 1440. Again, that pretty much hit to the pip yesterday at 1439, and it still is the big overhead resistance. That sort of a resistance band, I'm saying, sort of equates to the sort of 1077 to 1098 resistance on gold. And we continue to see the recovery, but is this move going to complete this base pattern? Because you need to see a move above 1464. So you've got the resistance in place at 1440. There are further resistance at 1464, which obviously, if you see a break above 1464, that would certainly be a turnaround in this sentiment. That would be a 2 month, well, at least a 6, 7, 8 week high, and complete a sort of base pattern there. But looking at the momentum indicators, you can certainly see the improvement going on. You've got the RSI up at 50. If you break above 1440, you would imagine the RSI would be sort of traveling towards a 2-month high again. And also the stochastics would continue to improve as well. So this sentiment could be turning around. You've got the hourly RSI, which is the 21-day RSI, which is beginning to bottom out as well. So could it be that this is a bit of a turnaround in this oil in this silver price? On the hourly chart, you can see the overhead resistance band that comes in around that sort of level that we're up at the moment, consistently hitting sort of the old highs between sort of 1430 up towards 1440. Big band of resistance. You did obviously have that move towards 1464, but then it turned lower, so that is your big resistance. But the outlook on the near-term chart, on the hourly chart, is a little bit mixed really, because you've got these momentum indicators which are actually falling away, aren't they? MACD lines and RSI, which are sort of almost bearishly diverging, which is something that we need to be a little bit cautious about. But certainly, I think if you keep the support intact, the 14 big figure level is a basis of support now as well. But if you can see that holding above the sorry, that's a bit of a mare today already. Above the 14-15 area, but certainly above 14 figure, that's a key level of support near term. So how's this chart building? Well, it's still in the process of deciding exactly what direction it's going to go. That finding that high yesterday at 1440 with a little bit of a doji candle, again a bit of a doji at the moment trading today. So certainly a consolidation at work at the moment. And whether it's the bulls can regain the upside impetus from this slight consolidation remains to be seen. But that is where we are trading at the moment, in this big resistance band, 14 to 1440. You need to see that broken to the upside to see that improvement continue. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.